This video isn't about niche. Now, before we get into it, welcome to the channel. This is the first video and I can't wait for all of us to go through this growth operating journey together. Now, I'm going to be sharing a lot of source, so I appreciate if you subscribe, drop some likes, whatever. It goes a long way, but you don't have to. Anyways, this video isn't necessarily about picking a niche. This video is all about deciding what a good creator looks like and what a bad creator looks like. Okay, now let's get into it. So I'm only DMing about 30 to 50 people every single day. To be fair, that's what you need to be DMing. Like, that's the kind of numbers you want to be hitting off one account. Obviously, once you get multiple accounts, you can be hitting like hundreds. You know, once you buy like 3-5 accounts, you can be hitting whatever. But you don't really want to do any more than 50, especially if it's a new account. You want to ease your way in, otherwise you're just going to get locked off straight away. Your account's going to get banned, and yeah, you don't want to do that. So yeah, I'll make another video on how I actually automate the whole process, how I scrape my leads so you don't have to manually scrape them. But when I do manually do it, and especially in the beginning, this is how you guys can start to see a good creator from a bad one or an average one. Let's go into this creator here called Demi. Demi, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, love, but you're the one I picked. I'm pretty sure she's not watching anyways. But okay, so why is this a bad creator? Now, both of the creators I'll be showing you are both in the wealth niche. They both have some sort of investing. So as you can see, this is personal finance. The other creator is an entrepreneur and also invests within property. But what the difference, what the main difference is living on a budget and care leaver. Now, what does this do for us? We sit here and we analyze what sort of audience and following she might have. Even though she's got 209,000 followers, which is a lot, which is a good following. It's a lot of followers. Let's not deny the facts here. But as you can see from some of her posts, yeah, she's got highly engaged posts, which is good. Some of the covers I wouldn't really recommend, but if we go on to Reels, you can see she's getting a couple thousand views. This is probably a new video, but you know, she's getting decent engagement altogether. Now, what I like to do as well is just click on a random video, a recent one, not from too long ago, and just go over here and look at the comments and look at what the comments are saying. You can tell a lot about someone's audience just from the comments. For example, she had 50,000 views but only had a few comments. Means they're not that highly engaged, or it might just be this video. So that's why we do a few videos. Just quickly scroll, look through the comments. Don't have to read them, just skim them, and then you can quickly analyze. This one's got a few better comments, or a few more, should I say, etc. So that's the process that I go through. Now, the biggest thing that I like to do is, of course, go onto their links. So have a look at their link, what's happening here. So she doesn't have a landing page, which is good stuff for us. That's something that we can put in our script or whatever later on down the line when we get on a call with them. That's something we can note down. So yeah, as you can see, she's selling very low ticket. So if you want, go approach her. But what I want these to make some decent money. So the likelihood of her making 10,000 plus a month is quite low. Now, this could potentially be an actual decent lead just because she doesn't have any sort of community, doesn't have any high ticket offer. But what I would think, in my opinion, would make this a creator that I wouldn't necessarily DM and reach out to is what I mentioned on earlier, this bit here. So this just gives me some sort of insight into her audience. So her audience are looking to save on stuff. So they're not looking to invest. They might not be looking to better themselves. They're looking to live on a budget. So that means they want to save. And in my eyes, that puts her audience in a perspective of some people that wouldn't necessarily want to invest into a high ticket £3,000, £5,000 program. Now, additionally, she's a care leaver, so that also just adds on top of the fact that it's all about saving money. And yeah, she could probably run a course, but I'm not sure how engaged her whole audience would be onto a high ticket offer. Now, looking on to creator number 2, Mr. Aaron here, he actually replied back to me as well, so that was decent. As you can see here, he has a learn to invest. Straight off the bat, that tells me that his audience wants to invest. Learn to invest He's also got a good following on YouTube, which is always good because YouTube's subscribers are a lot more engaged than any other platform, and although it's the hardest for a creator to grow on, so that means he's producing some really good value stuff. Now once we go into his reels, you can see his engagement's not bad at all. This video is not done too great, but in general he's hitting some decent numbers. This one got 2.4 million. That's probably something that shot his account up as well. And then yet again we go into and see these sort of comments. So this guy, he's already running some sort of courses and stuff. Here, 2 comments. That's kind of a red flag, to be honest. Here there's some more comments. Here there's some more comments. Whatever. Now I just personally think that his audience would be a lot more willing to invest because he can also make the money. He's not saving them money, he's telling them this is how to invest, this is how you're going to make more money. They're both within the wealth niche, they're both in this business niche, as you can see. They're in very different subdomains, or very different specific niches. But this is very important because his audience would most likely buy that high ticket offer that we're looking to sell to them. Now we'll be making a video on the automating the process, what we actually use, and how you can scrape hundreds of leads straight away without having to do this all manually. It's always nice to go in manually and check some of your prospects though. So that's a few things that you should be looking out for. If you've got any tips, drop them below. But that's what I personally look out for. Love to hear what you guys do, how you do this whole process yourselves. But yeah, I hope you gained a little bit of value, and we're going to be dropping a hot ton of sauce all over this page. So yeah, drop a like, and I'll see you next video.